You want to know what I have gathered lately? That the real life goal is peace. Peace is the real life goal. If life is not peaceful the way exactly how it is with everything that I have right now, if I were to feel like, imagine complaining out into the universe to the very energy that created everything that is at our that is at our disposal. Imagine spewing out and complaining, and complaining about that. Oh, I'm not successful because I still lack this, and this, and that, right? So me, for instance, I was talking to, my new partner, my boyfriend. I just don't like saying boyfriend because, boy, what? Imagine dating a boy. Anyway, so we were having this conversation and we were talking about, like, how success in society equates to, like, your salary, or like a man being married. He's, deemed successful when he has a career and he has a marriage and a family, etc., etc. However, so we were having this conversation and we were talking about, like, in the future, like, how comfortable are you, like, being a stay-at-home parent, or, being the stay-at-home partner? And, like, are you okay with moments where I'm the one that's going to make the money for the family or whatever? And, we were also having this conversation about, like, it is a lot of pressure for one person to be, like, the main financial sole provider. And I get that, because granted, I've been married and I've been with a man who took it upon himself to try to be the provider with what he had, and us having multiple children in the home and me staying at home fulfilling my duties financially, it just wasn't enough by himself. So the reason that I felt like there's no point of me doing life with you is because, one, we got to this point, I was unaware, and two, we're at the point of no return. It's too late for us to come up with a plan, so that's how that happened. But with my new person, we were talking and we were saying how, like, let's look at what we got, right? So I have been working at a venue for the past 2 years, and when I tell you the past 2 years, I've also been trying to divorce the person, and I've had, like, so many issues with just, like, getting to work, not having to go to work, whatever, or just, like, this is just, like, my first job that I got, right in the middle of the separation. So I've had that for 2 years, and also I've been doing event marketing, field marketing, experiential marketing for about 7 years now. So that is my career. That's what I do. So with those two things, it's up to me to come. God bless me with that, right? To be able to say that you've been in career field for 7 years, to be able to say that you've been a teacher for 7 years, to be able to say that, you've worked in the concert ticketing, music, whatever industry for a couple years, I feel like, how is that not successful? You've shown commitment, you shown dedication, you've given work ethic, you've, learned professionalism, you've been networking, you know what I mean? So there are a lot of life skills about that you can obtain just from being part of a company, a system, or contributing to a business with whatever skills that you have, and they just pay you for it, right? So how dare we say, like, oh, I need another job, or I need a job that pays better? Baby girl, baby boy, you have to. And this is a conversation I had to say to myself, like, girl, you have the power to generate wealth. That's what Deuteronomy tells us. God clearly says, like, I bless you by giving you the opportunities to generate money. You know what I mean? So it could be that you don't need a job that pays more money. You could just need a strategy for the jobs and how they pay you. You could just need a strategy for how to manage your money. You know what I mean? Or you could just need assistance, or you could probably benefit from having a partner on the same level, in the same headspace, that understands and realizes and agrees that life is easier and better together. So I met you, I'm in love with you, like, I've been talking to you, I've been spending so much time with you for 8 months, 9 months straight. You know what I mean? Why would I not trust to do life with you? You know what I'm saying? So it's a way that we can think about how successful we are or are not, because whose fault is it? How come? And granted, we should be able to make a living no matter what our job title is, no matter what field of work that we do. That shouldn't matter. All that should matter is that you're able to use these opportunities to generate wealth and an income, but you have to have a strategy. The reason why you don't have any money is because, one, you're probably spending it and not using it strategically, or maybe you have too many expenses that deplete the cash flow that you're bringing in, so it's what I learned being in solitude, being in separation and divorcing. It's like, I don't ever want to go through a situation where I'm doing life with a person and they don't consider these things, or they don't understand these things, or they don't practice these things of strategizing the money, or you know what I mean, instead of wanting to just control a situation, egotistically. You can come up with a strategy. If you don't want your wife to work, okay, great. But there still needs to be a strategy to how everyone's going to be provided for. Granted, if you have the strategies and the multiple opportunities to generate wealth in multiple ways, cool. But if you only have one and you have a family of 6, that might not be a good idea. You see what I'm saying? So I'm the type of person, I'm a very intelligent person. You know what I mean? Like, advanced learner. I've always been gifted in school and in education, which is why I feel like I succeeded in teaching elementary. You know what I mean? I was very advanced as a child as far as learning. So now I've noticed that I need a partner on that same level, and I didn't have a partner on that same level. Shame on me. But now I know, because I experienced that. Now I know that in order for me to survive, the way that I survive, the way that I won't say survive, the way that I thrive in life is I have a strategy. And I make sure that I use the blessings that God gave me to generate wealth with a strategy. So if you're not sitting down and you're not looking at the month, you don't know all your due dates, if it's not visual to you, you're not putting other things before your priorities. If you have a weird relationship with money, or you feel like you don't like giving it away to things that, listen, you're gonna have to change, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And I'm telling you, people think that the Bible is such a book of rituals. There's so much wisdom in that book from people that have lived closest to the time where creation started. They lived where God walked the earth. Why wouldn't we listen to these people? Why wouldn't we take heed to the knowledge that they acquired from when right after mankind was created, and how God came to just assure everybody, like, hey, we're here on this earth, but there's a God and he's in control. He sent me here. Let me show you what he can do. There were people that lived and saw it. They wrote it down. They took notes. They kept a record. So why wouldn't we want to get that knowledge? Why are we so afraid? So afraid to just know better and do better, instead of using what we feel like our own interpretation or our own justifications of the way to behave. That's not it. And I've learned that. I believe that. I understand that. And that's why I feel like I've dedicated the time to, do the self-work to be able to, continue on with gathering wisdom, because the Bible also says in Proverbs, if you're doing the Proverbs challenge, if not, I suggest you do the Proverbs challenge, to learn about how important it is to just generate, gather, and have and apply wisdom. And I feel like it pleases God to see his children acquiring wisdom so that they can know how to be of service to society, contribute to society, and be the change that we want to see. So we can't sit here and complain about what we can't do, what we don't do, what we don't have. We have a lot. We have what we need. We just need a strategy. We just need to tap in. We just need to renew our minds. And we need to get more wisdom. And we need to get out of the mentality that more money makes you more better than a person. I don't get that. I don't see. I mean, you see what's going on in the world. All the people with all the money, the best people. No. But we just got to get our priorities straight. We just got to have a strategy, and we got to get us some wisdom, if anything. If you don't take anything else from anything that I said, I am a living witness. I'll let you know because I'm doing it myself. I'm doing the Proverbs challenge. I'm in chapter 6 of Proverbs, where it's talking about avoiding seduction. It's talking about enjoying marriage. It's getting into avoid being lazy. So I highly suggest it. If you didn't take anything from this, I highly suggest reading. If it's not the Bible, if you choose not to read the Bible, okay, fine. But get some wisdom, change the way you think, and get with a good strategy. That's all I got for y'all. Y'all can FaceTime me later. I gotta go. Bye.